Respected students, this is my little introduction and portfolio. I can do all of your assignment, quizzes, and exam, such as Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Access, Mathematics, and Accounting. You can contact with me at given WhatsApp number and by email address given here. By passion and profession, I am a teacher and I deal with you as a teacher-student relation. You can take any type of guidelines. You can hire me as a tutor for the subject mentioned here. Any of the poor student who cannot afford my charges, assignment charges, quizzes charges, or full course charges or exam charges, I can cooperate with him or her. You can contact with me at the given number. Each and every time I am available. Today I start EXP 19 Excel chapter 6 cumulative assessment variation data paint. This is the title of the today assignment and this is the little introduction of today assignments. I have many times studied and many times did it. Now I start step to perform the assignment. For the first step, you know that here just we have to download and then open the file. Okay, already I have downloaded and opened it. This is a file of Excel sheet where we have applied the instruction given in the worksheets. This is a step number 1. Next step, dear student, next step of this assignment, create appropriate range name for total production cost cell B18 and gross profit cell B21 by selection using the value in the left column. My respected students, instruction says that by using the range name total production cost and use in the cell B18. Similarly, we use the range name gross profit and put it into cell B21. Okay, this is the task. I do it. In cell B18, total production cost. This is the B18 and here we change the name and put here total production cost. Total underscore, total underscore production underscore cost and just enter it. Just enter it. I applied the range name. Now another instruction next says that gross profit in cell B21 and we put gross profit in cell B21. This is the cell B21 and put here gross profit. Gross underscore and profit. Just enter it. Okay, now I give it range name gross profit to B21. This is the instruction number 2. Now I start the instruction number 3, and but the instruction number 3 says, I read it, edit existing name range, imply hourly wages to hourly wages 2021. Okay, very simple. We just change imply hourly wages to hourly wages 2021. For this, I move into the formula and then to the define in the name. Sorry. Move into the formula tab and then change employee hourly name. Okay, respected student, move into the formula tab and then into name manager, and we have to change employee hourly wages, edit it, and just change it into hourly wages 2021, hourly wages 2021. Wages 2021, and just okay and close it. Now I change the name to the hourly wages 2021. This is the step number 3. Now I start the step number 4 of this assignment. Use newly created range names to create a formula to calculate net profit in cell B22, and net profit equal to gross profit minus total production cost. Respected student, very easy step here. This step says that we have to find net profit in cell B22, and this net profit should be calculated by gross profit minus total production cost. Okay, I use the formula into B22. This is the B22 and putting here equal, and then gross profit minus total production cost just press enter. So here we calculated net profit, and this is the step number 4 of the assignment. Now I move toward the step number 5, and step number 5 says that create new worksheet labeled range names. Okay, I create a new sheet and its name should be range names. Firstly, I do this. Just I copy it and I create the new sheet. This is the new sheet I created and gave it a name to just range name. Just enter it. Okay, this is the first step of this instruction. Now, another step, paste newly created range name information in cell A1 and resize the column as needed for properly display. Respected student, instruction says that we have to paste range names in cell A1. We have to place range names in cell A1. Okay, student, just we have to paste the created newly created range name in cell A1. Okay, I move into the new sheet, namely range names, and this is the A where we have to place newly created range name. For this, I move into the formula tabs and then use in the formula, click here and click on the paste names and paste the list. So this is the newly created ranges that we have placed here. Paste here. This is the instruction number 5. Now I move toward the instruction 6, and instruction 6 says that on the forecast worksheet, start in cell 3 E3, complete the series of substitution values ranging from 10 to 200 at increment of 10 gallons vertically down column E. Dear student, instruction says that we have to put 10 in cell E3, and then after increment of 10 we have to place fill the column E till 200. We use here fill series option. Okay, E3 in the forecast sheet. This is the forecast sheet and this is the E3, and I put here 10. I put here 10, and after putting the 10 I move into the home tab, and then in the fill option, fill the series, click on the column, put here 10, and value stop should be 200, and just OK. When I do it OK, now I fill the column E, that is starting from the 10 and its last digit is 200, and all entries have 10 of the increment. So this is the option instruction number 6 that I have done. Now the instruction number 7 says that enter reference to total production cost, gross profit and net profit cells in correct location F2, G2 and H2 respectively. For a one variable data table, use range names where indicated. Respected students, instruction says that I have placed the reference in F2, that is total production cost, and in G2 gross profit and H2 net profit. Okay, firstly I start from the F2 and place here total production cost, and this is the F2. This is the F2. I put firstly equal sign, and then instruction says total production cost. Click here and just enter it. Just enter it. Okay. This is the F2. And after this, instruction says in G2 gross profit. This is the G2, put here equal, and here should be gross profit, and this is the graph, just enter it. And last instruction in H2, there should be net profit. There should be net profit. Put here equal, and this is the net profit. Just click here, enter it. This is the net profit. This is the instruction number 7 that we have done so far. Now I move toward the instruction number 8, and in instruction number 8 says that complete the one variable data table in range E2 to H22 using cell B4 as column input cell, and then format the result with accounting number format with 2 decimal places here. Very simple, my students. In a one variable data table ranges from E2 to H22, we have to use cell B4 as a column input, and we have to complete this table. What if analysis here I use by using the one variable data table E2 to H22. E2 to H22. This is the area where we have to apply what if analysis. I go to the data table, data tab. This is the what if analysis, and this is the data table, and instruction says that B4 as a column input, B4 as a column input, and B4. This is the B4. Just OK it. I get the result. After getting the result, another part of instruction says that a result will be accounting number with 2 decimal places. Accounting number with 2 decimal places. Go to the Home tab, click on the number, and see here already this is in a accounting number format and with 2 decimal places. Do it OK. This is the instruction number 8 that I have completed so far. Respected student, anyone, you need to complete solution of this assignment, or you need the help in the complete course in monthly or weekly quizzes, you can contact with me at my given WhatsApp number or email address. I help you as a freely. You can contact with me each and every time. Now I start the instruction 9. Apply custom number format to make the formula reference appear as a descriptive column. Heading in F2 total cost, in G2 gross profit, in H2 net profit. Bold and center headings and substitution values. My student, instruction says that in F2 there should be descriptive value should be total cost. Mean we see total cost in the F2 cell, and in G2 we have to see gross profit, and in H2 we have to see net profit instead of the digits. Here digit we did not see, we have to see total cost, gross profit and net profit. And after this instruction says bold and center the heading and substitution values. Okay, for starting this I just copy the total cost and move into the Excel sheet, and this is the F2, and for using the descriptive value and instruction I go to the numbers and then in custom, and then into the click on the general, remove this. After remove this, place here the inverted commas. put the values, total cost, and then inverted commas, and just do it okay. See here, this is the total cost that we have to show here. Now I move to the next instruction, and next instruction says that in G2 gross profit. Okay, copied gross profit and put into the G2. Once again, go to the home tab, then into the number tab, custom, and into the journal, remove it, put here inverted commas, paste the copy text, once again inverted commas, and do it okay. Okay, now further instruction says that put the net profit in H2. Copy it and go to the H2 cell, move to the home tab, then into number tab, click on custom, then on general, remove the general, inverted commas, place the values, inverted commas, and then OK it. I see here net profit. Instruction further says that bold this text, bold it, and center it. Okay, this is the instruction that I have completed. Instruction number 9. Now I move to the instruction number 10, and instruction number 10 says that copy the number of gallon produced, substitution values from the one variable data table, and then paste the value in starting in cell E26. Dear student, we have to copy the substitution value from one variable data table and then put into cell E26. This is a simple one. This is the value that we have to just copy it and paste into E26. This is the instruction number 10 that I have completed. Now I move toward the instruction number 11, and instruction 11 says that type 15 in cell F25. In cell F25. This is a cell F25, and instruction says put here 15. Type here 15. Okay. I type here 15. Complete the series of substitution value from 15 to 40 at 5 increments. Instruction says that, my dear students, now I have to complete the row that is starting from the 15 and ending at the 40, and their values difference or increment should be 5. Once again, I use the series option, go to the home tab, go to the fill tab, use the series option, click on the row, and its starting value is 15. and its ending value is 40. Just do it. Okay. So sorry. Step value should be I step value should be 5. Once again, go to the fill series, then into series. This is a row, and here should be a 5. Step value is 5, and it should be stop at 14. Okay, okay, I get it. See here, this is one is 15, then 20, 5 difference, then 25, 5 half increment, then 30, 5 half increment, then 35, 5 half increment, then is 40, also 5 increment. This is the instruction that is applied here. Now I move into the step number 12. This assignment have total 26 steps, and I will do only 14 or 13 steps. My student, I have also completed this assignment many times. If you need the assignment or any help according to this assignment or another assignment in the Excel work, in the SAM work, in the Access work, in the Word work, or in the PowerPoint work, in accounting, in mathematics, you can contact with me. I can help you with very ease and reasonable charges. Any of the poor student, any of the needy student, I also help you and cooperate with you. Respected student, next step is this: enter the reference to the net profit formula in correct location for a two variable data table. Here instruction says that we have just put the reference to net profit formula in correct location for a two variable data table. Okay, this is the correct location, and where we have to use, instruction says net profit, net once again I see net profit formula. Okay, and this is the net profit formula, and just enter it. This is the instruction number 12. I have completed yet so far I have completed so far. Now I do the instruction number 13. Complete two variable data table in range E25 to K45. Use cell B6 as a row input cell. We use the as a row B6 and B4 as a column input. Mean we have to use B4 as a column. Format the result with a counting number format with 2 decimal places. Once again we have to use the what if analysis, and here B6 as a row, B4 as a column, and the table should be completed from E25 to K45. E25 to K45. Go to the data tab and then into what if analysis, data table, and instruction says in the row input, and row input use E6 as a raw input, sorry, B6 as a raw input. This is the B6 as a raw input, and then instruction says B4 as a column input, B4, and this is the B4, sorry, this is the B4 as a column input, and this is the B4. Just okay it. I get the result. After this, instruction says that this result should be in accounting number format and with two decimal places. This is accounting number plate or with the two decimal places. Just do it. Okay. Okay. Get the result in the two decimal places with accounting format. So far I have completed the 13th step. Now I move toward the 14th step. But the 14th step says that apply custom number format to make formula reference appear as a descriptive column, adding wedges, bold and center, the adding and substitution values where necessary. Respected students, here we just use the wedges as a descriptive values and bold it and center it. Okay. This is the place where we have to show here wages as a descriptive value. For using this, I go to the home tab, then into number tab, then custom, and then into the general, remove it, place here inverted commas and wages, and then close with inverted commas and just OK it. Okay, we see here wages as a descriptive values, and instruction says this should be in a bold and center value. Okay, just bold it, and this should be in a center. This is the instruction number 14 of this assignment. My respected student, next three steps mean step number 15, step number 16, step number 17 is about the scenario, and this is very easy, for I only give you to the layout or just how to do it. For these three steps, we have move into the data table, then into what if analysis, and this is a scenario manager. By using this option, we have to complete these next three steps. After this, we have to in 18th subject we have to generate its summary, and by using this step, and then we have to use load solver, and this is three step according to this instruction. And where the load solver, this is the into the data, this is the solver, this is solver. Next further three step is according to this instruction. My student, I have completed so far 14 steps, and this assignment I have total of 26 steps. Any of my students need any type of help, feel free and contact with me. I guide you, I help you. If any of you hire me as a teacher, I also available for this. Subscribe my channel and give my instruction and my message to all students for their benefit. Very thanks.